Praise the Lord. For today's devotion, we're gonna see Jonathan. So Jonathan was a prince, the son of first king of Israel, Saul. As such, he was a leader in Israel and part of the royal line. He was of the family of Benjamin, a tribe noted for his heroes and warriors. Jonathan ended up in the middle of conflict involving Saul and David. He was about 30 years old when first introduced in the book of 1 Samuel. It was the beginning of golden years of Israel. As a prince, Jonathan likely had higher education than most of the people. He was skilled in the war and lived at the royal court. He had great leadership abilities and all the people looked up to him. Jonathan is remembered as a loyal friend to David and a devoted leader of his country. Very few weaknesses mentioned about Jonathan in the Bible. There is one borderline questionable practice when Saul confronted Jonathan about David's whereabouts. Jonathan did not speak the truth about the real reason why David didn't go, or at least not the whole truth. Since this would have incriminated David, he could have kept silent. See strengths of Jonathan. Jonathan truly kept the command to love the neighbor as yourself. Most people would have considered David to be Jonathan's enemy, but Jonathan was heir to the throne, but God appointed David instead. Saul fought against this with all his might, but Jonathan was willing to forget his own self-interest in his love for David. Jonathan and David represents a picture of true friendship. Not only did Jonathan not bear animosity towards David, but he made a lasting covenant with him. He went so far as to protect his future rival for the throne. Jonathan was famed for his courage. He didn't let numbers deter him. Because of his deep trust in God, he wasn't afraid to go up against enormous opposition. Next is loyalty. Jonathan was extremely loyal. He saved David's life on more than one occasion and was a loyal friend. However, he was also a loyal son and didn't reject his own father. They remained undivided even in death. 2 Samuel 1 verse 23. Jonathan even said that Saul did nothing without discussing it with him. 1 Samuel 20 verse 2. Lessons learned from his life. We can learn from Jonathan how to be a true friend. Jonathan loved David as himself. He was willing to give everything that belonged to him. While everyone else is hiding or staying, Jonathan had a different attitude. Jonathan was active where they were passive. Jonathan says, "Come, let's go." Others were afraid. Others were waiting for someone else to do something. Others were waiting for something to happen. Jonathan takes initiative. No one made him do it, but he sees what needs to be done and he does something about it. Throughout the Bible, we see that primary characteristic God is looking for is willingness. When we are faced with a hard choice, as Jonathan was, we can find out what to do by consulting the Bible, the source of God's truth. And may God bless you all. Amen.